The .NET framework supports the following programming languages: C#, F#, and Visual Basic. But for now, we will discuss .NET framework in general and its features first, and its supported programming languages afterwards. So how does the .NET framework works? Written programs for the .NET framework run in a software environment called the Common Language Runtime. As opposed to a hardware environment, the CLR is a virtual machine for applications and offers features including memory management, exception handling, and security. Consequently, code built for the .NET framework is referred to as managed code. Together, the FCL and CLR make up the .NET framework. The FCL all provides user interface, database connectivity, encryption, web application development, numeric algorithms, and network communications. Framework Class Library. The class library of .NET is one of its main characteristics. For all .NET languages, the base class library, or BCL, is one kind of library that is offered.
The two major components of .NET Framework are the Common Language Runtime and the .NETwork Framework Class Library. The execution engine that manages running apps is called the Common Language Runtime, or CLR. Among the many features it offers are exceptions handling, garbage collection, type safety, thread management, and more. A collection of common functionality, APLs, and types are offered by the class library. It offers types for date, integers, strings, and other data. APLs for reading and writing files, establishing data connection, sketching, and other tasks are included in the class library.
So next are the features of .NET. First one is automatic resource management.
The .NET framework provides developers with effective and automated resources management systems for memory, screen space, network connections, and other resources. In the .NET framework's Common Language Runtime, or CLR, makes all of this possible. Garbage collectors are methods that act as an automatic memory management in Common Language Runtime. In essence, memory leaks and invalid memory references are the two most frequent application issues that can be fixed thanks to the automatic resource management. Next is Common Type System. A common type system is one of the features of the .NET framework. It allows the objects of programs written in various .NET supported programming languages to communicate with one another. So, a common type system aids programmers in creating systems that maintain data integrity when information is transferred from one language's type to another.
Easy and rich debugging support. The integrated development environment for .NET can provide comprehensive and user-friendly debugging support. This means that if an exception arises while an application is running, it stops operating and the IDE highlights the line of code containing the higher error along with any other possible problems. Furthermore, the .NET Runtime provides an integrated stack that makes it simpler.
Next is security. Security is another aspect of .NET that convinces developers to use this framework when developing applications for their clients. In this case, the source code's identity is known thanks to .NET, and the resource permissions can be modified or granted. Additionally, This framework provides excellent support for Windows New Technology, accounts and groups in role-based security.
Tool support. The .NET Framework has support for many tool kinds is one of its strongest features.
Next is portability. One of the best things about developing apps in the .NET Framework is that developers can take advantage of the portability of the .NET environment. This indicates that the .NET program compiles and produces intermediate, machine-independent code when the source code is written in a CLI-compliant language.
Framework Class Library. The class library of .NET is one of its main characteristics. For all .NET languages, the base class library, or BCL, is one kind of library that is offered.
Next is elimination of DLL hell. The removal of DLL hell is another feature of the Visual Basic .NET Framework. It occurs when multiple programs attempt to use the same DLL. The .NET Framework fixed this problem by allowing different versions of the same DLL to coexist.
Simplified development. Web applications creation has gotten easier with the .NET Framework since files may be copied or deleted to install or remove window-based applications.
Here is a list of keywords of terms in our topic presentation, with a little more detail on what they are and what they do. CLI, or Common Language Infrastructure, is an international standard from Microsoft for developing software. It defines a set of rules that determine how programs written in different languages can interoperate. CLR, or Common Language Runtime, is programming that manages the execution of programs written in any of the 4 supported languages by the .NET Framework, allowing them to share common object-oriented classes written in any of the languages.
Framework Class Library, or FCL, provides the system functionality in the .NET Framework as it has various classes, data types, interfaces to perform multiple functions and build different types of applications such as desktop application, web application, mobile application, and many more.
BCL, or Base Class Library, is the sub-part of the FCL that provides library support to Common Language Runtime to work properly. It includes the system namespace and core types of the .NET Framework.
CTS, or Common Type System, is a standard that specifies how type definition and specific values of types are represented in computer memory. It is intended to allow programs written in different programming languages to easily share information.
IDE, or Integrated Development Environment, is a software application that helps programmers develop software code efficiently. It increases developer productivity by combining capabilities such as software editing, building, testing, and packaging in an easy-to-use applications.
CIL, or Common Intermediate Language, is the intermediate language binary instruction set defined within the Common Language Infrastructure specification. CIL instructions are executed by a CIL-compatible runtime environment such as the Common Language Runtime. Languages which target the CLI compile to CIL. CIL is object-oriented and stack-based bytecode. Runtimes typically just-in-time compile CIL instructions into native code. MSIL, or Microsoft Intermediate Language, is what CIL was used to be called. IL, or Intermediate Language, is also what CIL used to be called. Let's proceed to the supported programming languages. The .NET Framework actually supports 4 programming languages. These languages are C#, C++, F#, and Visual Basic. Let's start with the C# programming language. What is C#? C# is an object-oriented programming language created by Microsoft that runs on the .NET Framework. C# has roots from the C family, when the language is closer to other popular languages like C++ and Java. The first version was released in year 2002. The latest version, C#12, was released in November 2023. C# is mainly used for mobile, desktop, and web applications, web services, websites, games, virtual reality or VR, database applications, and much more. Why use C#? C# is one of the most popular programming languages in the world. It is easy to learn and simple to use. It has huge community support. It is an object-oriented programming language, which gives a clear structure to programs and allow code to be reused, lowering development costs. And as C# is close to C, C++, and Java, it makes it easy for programmers to switch to C# or vice versa. Next, we have the C++ programming language. C++ is a cross-platform language that can be used to create high-performance applications. C++ was developed by Bjorn Stroustrup as an extension to the C language. C++ gives programmers a high level of control over system resources and memory. The language was updated 4 major times in 2011 up to 2020. Why use C++? Just like C#, C++ is also one of the world's most popular programming languages. It is also object-oriented and is close to its other family programming languages. C++ can be found in today's operating systems, graphical user interfaces, and embedded systems. It is portable and can be used to develop applications that can be adapted to multiple platforms. C++ is very fun and easy to learn. Next, we have the F# programming language. F# is a general-purpose, strongly typed, multi-paradigm programming language that encompasses functional, imperative, and object-oriented programming methods. It is most often used as a cross-platform common language infrastructure language on the .NET, but can also generate JavaScript and graphics processing unit code. F# is a member of the meta-language family and originated as a .NET framework implementation. Why use F#? F# is a universal programming language for writing succinct, robust, and performant code. F# allows you to write uncluttered, self-documenting code where your focus remains on your problem domain rather than the details of programming. It does this without compromising on speed and compatibility. It is open source, cross-platform, and interoperable. F# has numerous features including lightweight syntax, immutable by default, type inference and automatic generalization, first-class functions, powerful data types, pattern matching, and async programming. Lastly, we have the Visual Basic programming language. Visual Basic, or VB, is an event-driven programming language and environment from Microsoft that provides a graphical user interface which allows programmers to modify code by simply dragging and dropping objects and defining their behavior and appearance. Visual Basic is intended to be easy to learn and fast to write code with. As a result, it is sometimes called a rapid application development system and is used to prototype an application that will later be written in a more difficult but efficient language. Visual Basic was designed to be a complete programming language that contained ordinary features such as string processing and computation. The visual environment is characterized by a drag-and-drop feature which allows programmers to build a user interface that is easy to use, even for developers with minimum experience. Why use Visual Basic? Visual Basic can help programmers develop applications or complete software while still allowing them to modify and revise their work accordingly. The most popular type of Visual Basic in use today is VBA. VBA is a version of Visual Basic that can be used to program Microsoft Office apps such as Excel and PowerPoint.
To show you how to create a simple calculator using Microsoft Visual Studio 2008. First, pinutin nyo yung file, then click New Project. Then after nun, choose Windows Form Application. Then kung makikita nyo, ito yung form. lagay tayo dito ng label, BB tutorial. Then maglalagay tayo ng dalawang text box. Papangalanan natin yan ng num1 at num2. Next is mag-a-add tayo ng 5 buttons and papangalanan natin sila isa-isa. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. At yung last is yung clear button. At mag-a-add tayo dito ng label na ang pangalan ay result. Dito kasi makikita yung result na pinag-add natin or subtract. Next is lalagyan na natin ng code ang bawat button. First is yung add. So magkukul tayo ng variable dim add a string equal int or integer, then open and close parenthesis num1 plus sign, then integer open and close parenthesis num2. And yung r num1 naman, ito yung label natin na kapag in-input natin sa text box 1 or yung num1 is makikita natin doon sa label yung in-input natin, kaya naka-equal siya num1.text, same as lang doon sa r num2.text is equal to num2.text. Then yung op.text, ito yung operators natin which is yung addition, and lastly is yung result.text equal to, lalagay tayo ng double quotation equal, then yung plus sign and yung add na variable. Then next is yung subtract, same lang, ika-copy paste natin, then palitan natin siya ng subtract, and then papalitan natin yung operator sign ng minus. And so on. Ika-copy paste lang natin lahat at papalitan ng operators. And yung sa clear button naman, i-call out lang natin yung text box and yung label natin. And then, i-equal natin siya sa walang laman na double quotation. Para kapag pinindot yung clear button, yung lahat ng in-input natin doon sa text box ay automatic mawawala. At add ko lang yung mga naka-close and open parenthesis, which is yung num1 and num2. Dapat meron silang .text dahil text box sila. Then tatanggalin natin yung nakapangalan na result sa label para makita natin dito yung overall result.